Hello Collective, thanks for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. So as always, thank you to those who have continued to support my channel, and welcome to those who are new. I am feeling some genuine love coming through, so thank you for your support, really. Okay, we've got Queen rising, stepping into power, being praised, coming up, spotlight. So that could be you or someone you're connected to, or a situation that you are following. So let's take a look. We've got fishing for comments, impersonator in the reverse, bad habits in the reverse, boss daddy, and wasting time in the reverse. Okay, so there was a couple of things come forward. So fishing for comments gave me the feeling that somebody in your energy, they are either going back through comments being made, or there's a comment that has been made and it's playing over in their mind, you know, like when just when the mind, something happens, it goes over your head, but then a little bit later it starts circling back round, and you're like, why did they say that, or why did they put that there? Or I suppose that's just for the analytical minds. But you know, for those that do know what I mean, that's what I was getting from there. So impersonator, this feels that the person that is questioning a comment that was said are somebody that they are an individual. They don't need to carbon copy anyone because they are their own thing. They are an original, let's say. We've got bad habits, overcoming bad habits, or so just 2 secs, because as soon as I turned it over I got this flash, and then I've just tried to interpret it a different way. But what very first come forward was that this person in your energy is somebody that's able to they can restrain themselves. They've got self-control. That's what I was trying to say. So maybe they could have a reputation or a past, as we all do, but there was something specifically about bad habits that, rather than just flipping it to the reverse, what I was being shown is that we've all got vices, but this particular person can resist. Take it or leave it. So maybe they were someone that indulged in whatever, but they can step away from. They've got self-control, self-restraint, self-control. They so strong-minded without a doubt. It's like, say, somebody that with this showing bad habits, drugs, addictions, toxicities, it's like somebody that may have had that lifestyle, but now they don't. Whether it doesn't feel like, oh, they had to go to rehab to change something or whatever, they've gone through the motions and switched a connection to that off, which again is massive. So, but the feeling of them is, say, someone that can party hard, let's say, but then they've decided to leave it alone for the minute, or they've stepped away, but they can still be around that type of peer group or environment. So that's the take it or leave it. It does feel like I'm picking up on a masculine energy, I will say, and a little bit because it's that boss daddy, but also I know we've seen the Queen rising underneath, but this person feels like it's like me picking up on their energy, describing whatever, that what I'm describing of whoever this person is to you, that they also have an ability to recognize things or spot things in people. So obviously it's a tarot reading, so I'm coming from a psychic perspective where I'm picking up elements of people, personalities and behaviors, whereas this person feels that they can do the same, but theirs isn't coming from like, oh, I'm a psychic perspective. It's because of life experiences, knowing people, being around a lot of people, maybe coming through whatever, and fighting their way to a position or a well-earned position, not just placed there on the back of, oh, I'm the boss because it's my family's business type example. They've worked for what they've got, so they appreciate the process, or even if they are positioned for whatever reason, they've been able to go to the extremes, let's say with addiction, but pull themselves back themselves. So their life could have easily spun off in a different direction, regardless of positions that have been open to them. It feels like this person gets people. They're not on their high horse at all. So if this person had money, let's say, and it's like, oh, materialistic, or it's only because of that you've had chance, all of the things that get thrown at people in those positions, you probably wouldn't tell that this is that type person, because life experiences they've had pulled themselves back from. It's not, so there's I want to say like a spiritual link, but I'm always going to throw that in the mix. It just doesn't feel that this person comes from that. So if they were more of like the logic, practical side of things, I would see the same, but be calling it all spiritual and that. But for them, it's not. It's just me. That's just what I do, or how I see things, which is something as well. It's not, yeah. Okay, so boss study doesn't necessarily mean they've got a company, they are a boss. It's just they are definitely the boss of themselves and what's up around them. So controlling to an extent, controlling their environment and what is up around them. All right, let's see what's going on. Wasting time again. They're not extending efforts for no reason. It's so they've got an ability to, so yeah, I feel this is an example of that. Maybe you would pick them up and think, oh, they're psychic, they're gifted, but from there, they're saying, no, I'm not. I'm just me, or just normal. But they've got foresight. They can see something. They know there's no point going a B and C because experience has condensed that, so I can just jump A to D. So there's something in that, but it's not being seen as, yeah, let's get in, because I definitely want to know what kind of what that is, because I can really see. I would be saying, oh, that's the psychic version, whereas they could just say, well, no, this would be the psychology version type thing. So yeah, I feel this person, whoever they are to you, they're kind of quiet. They can be up around people, but they're kind of quiet. Not like a quiet observer and thing, but there's something about, they're not wasteful. So maybe, I mean, time wasters trigger us all, but they, yeah, right, let's take a look. It's something, so they're diplomatic with how they, like, they could, I don't know why this is an example for you, but it's like I'm being shown that if someone wants to end a relationship, regardless, male, female, whatever the dynamics may be, the issue a lot of people have is they know that they want to call the relationship at the end of the day, but they don't want to hurt the person's feel. It's like there's no nice way to go about ending something. But this person probably would know the right way to do it, so they can do things with the least pain attached. Right, let's go in and see who you are. Who are you? Fishing for comments. So they are looking for something. So they're a King of Swords energy. They would be a King of Pentacles energy. I'm not so feeling King of Wands, only because, yeah, they've got the confidence in what they do, but there's a slow quietness about them, which is why with that time wasting in reverse, they don't need to be running all over the place or doing this, doing that, sweeping everything up, because they make more strategic moves. Yay. That's why. So it's not cutting corners doing this. They just know how to move, how to carry themselves. All right, I've got it. So Queen Rising. All right, we've got Fishing for Comments, Privileged Lady. This could, and we've got Queen Rising. So they could be looking into something to see, it's like a old memory triggered, or it's looking into someone or what's being said. Or I remember there was a conversation with so and so. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah, there's something about they don't go to others, so they work a lot out in their head. Again, King of Swords. Coffin. Yeah, okay, so there's something about they are sick of fake. Maybe that's it, that they're coming to a place where they're able to, it's like maybe if this person feels quite deep, definitely, even like King of Swords are generally described as being analytical rather than emotions, feelings, whereas this person, it's like the example of being able to party hard, step away, take it or leave it, but still be in those environments because they've just got the strength to be like, just not feeling that side of partying tonight, but doesn't stop me being involved and out and about, blah, blah, blah. But that's the range and depth of what you would get with this person in all aspects, business and so. So it's kind of like what you see is what you get, because they are who they are, but yet they're not someone that is predictable or obvious. You know when you meet this man, whoever they are to you, could be a father for some, it could be a brother, a boss, and it could be anyone that's could be anyone that's male. It is feeling male though, not a female in a masculine energy. But they are there's a reevaluation that's going on of some kind. So as much as what I'm describing of them, what they've probably been used to attracting to them, let's say, wouldn't be that, because they've been through a transformation and a soul growth on another level. But again, that's just their life path. Whereas for me, I can see what that transformation actually is. But in regards to what they've pulled forward, they've probably brought females to them that are more aligned with whatever lifestyle that they have normally been associated with, if that makes sense. So whoever this is, I do get a brotherly feel. So you could be Queen Rising, or you could be a female and you're looking at a brother and something like that. Or you could be an ex of this person and seeing the change that they've made. Yeah, it's like they've got a shallow detector because they've already transformed that. They probably were like that at one point, but so it's like a going from like a maturing. So the end of like impersonating, pretending to be, they can't stomach the pretending anymore. It needs to be real or not. Whereas if it's not, they don't need to, oh, you're too shallow for me, keep it moving. They would just politely move on or keep it moving. So they're not someone that would be easy to read, even though they do wear their heart on their sleeve. All right. Wow, what, they still exist? I thought this type of person was a myth. No, not really. We've got bad habits, mature man. So that's kind of in with what I'm saying. Whoever this person is, that it's like they may still have like a stigma or being judged on who they were in the past. But now they've matured, but people don't associate that transitions happened. It's like if they haven't seen him for a long time, they not knowing like the spiritual soul growth that's happened. So they still treat them of how they used to be, the same like females, seeing that they don't realize that there's been that maturity has happened because it's an inside thing. So they could be single right now, which may be another thing, be like, how comes you're single? How come? It's just like, yeah, so they don't need to be with somebody, which again says a lot, because there are lots of people that can't be on their own, and that's where they jump from one to the other. Not saying that they are celibate, but they're not wasting their time and others. Yeah. Just, they may travel for work, because it felt like saying, oh, I'm going to be so-and-so in a month or 2 months, or like next week or something. So but it didn't feel like it was being used as an excuse. It's like, oh, can't get into anything because I'm working away or going away. They actually do. They move around. Yeah, it's almost like they're searching. It's like, I've been to this country, this part of the world, this, and it's all the same. So something feels bland, which would say why I'm not picking them up as a King of Wands, because the King of Wands is the spark. They know how to create that spark, whereas this person feels like they've got everything else locked down, but there's nothing. Yeah, so what are they questioning? So yeah, I'm not getting like, oh, mature man wanting to, yeah. So this is the thing as well, that it's like they've got, when you know what you want, what you don't want, and so then, and you can't do shallow, you can't do fake, when your eyes are attuned to all that is like that, especially if you're, say, in an industry that you're always up round that. So they could be connected to events or nightlife or something like that. They're definitely used to being around a lot of people, so they know people. They can see, and I suppose it's like, is that, oh, very judgmental, but you can't help on some level. It's like, I could say, I could predict that this situation is going to be blah, blah, blah. But then because they've had so much experience, and because people are creatures of habit, then they're able to make that judgment call because they've got the experience of. So I suppose it would be like, and this could be, doesn't have to be, but it kind of feels like a doorman or security, something like that. They would have to train others to say, that corner over there is always a blooming nightmare corner, or something. And then people see, yeah, every time someone goes into that corner, there's something, you know. It's like, so they know patterns. Yeah, and that's the psychic side as well. It's like, well, they predicted that, though, that couple, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, I didn't predict it. I just knew, or something like that. How funny that it's definitely showing that side. So nightlife, there's something connected to that, which is what I suppose I was coming to say. It's just come back, is that's what's going to make it harder, because when they're able to see everything that's false and fake or extra, and then it's kind of projected onto him, like something, but maybe people trying to impress him or something like that. It's just not able to, it's just not feeling it. Which that's it, isn't it? It's like when everything around is false and fake. That's why this person, the maturing or the take it back, so they challenge themselves a lot. They like to test themselves, so they're a risk taker, because that's the only way that they are able to, because they know the limits that they can go. And it's like either trying to ignite this spark or they have to be the spark. So they're the life and soul of the party. Let's take a look. High honor. So they've got high standards, which may make them look like they are judgy. It may look like they are above everyone else, but that's not the feeling I get. I suppose they don't care, because that would then be a projected judgment on them. You can't do anything with that. Let them get on with it. So they've got thick skin. They are sensitive, but there's no point showing it or going deep with anyone, because they're surrounded by surface people. Or it's like, yeah, no, it's not that. It's not so. People don't get them. They don't bother explaining to try and get people to get on the same page. They just don't bother. So that's a like really shit place to be in on a spiritual, emotional level, because it's not that anything's wrong. It's not that you're not happy with your life. It's just there's that literally something's missing. So if that's the change in the maturity side, is like, yeah, can't quite put their finger on it, or maybe that's what they say, but they do. They're just not finding, and it's like, what's the next bit? But because the next bit never comes, they're always contained within this environment, same friends group set. Nothing's changing. It can move around, but it's like a school of fish. Everyone's moving around, flying to there or going round there, or wherever you go. It's the same people, the same events, or the same something. Everything is the same. Definitely a school of fish. Maybe look that up. It may be significant as an extra message, but then how do they break from that school of something? I would definitely say that this person could be wakening up to, that's a controlled motion. They're not supposed to come out of partying or that lifestyle. Or it's like if this was a someone that put on events, or they were the one doing that, then there could be something controlled around so that they never leave doing that job, because it benefits so many, because they're good at it. But they may not be happy because their tastes, their preferences have changed. Wow. Wasting time. That's the thing. It's not like they're not wasting time because they're doing what they're doing. But yeah, it's like this person is like side searching. So they're doing everything, but maybe they are taking extra risks, or it's like they're trying to push the boundaries, push the limits of something. There's a door here somewhere, I'm sure. Let me just keep pushing and see where it breaks, and I'll make a run for it. So something needs to change. Lovers. Yeah, it feels that they're just, with lovers, wasting time. They're bored with superficial relationships that they know is going to go nowhere, but yet they can't explain what they are needing in a person. And even if they did, then you would probably get manufactured fake people trying to impersonate what they're looking for. But what they don't get is this person can feel the depth, and that's it. So they felt that before. They must have. Whoever this person is to you, and it could even, for some of you, be maybe a relationship that you're in and you're recognizing something's changed. Doesn't have to be. And it could also be a same-sex couple. There's something that's shifted, but whatever this person, they may have felt a taster of it, but they weren't ready, so now it's like they're following that calling back. It's like the first love. You're always chasing that first feeling, which is the addiction side, whereas 9 times out of 10 that first love feeling was probably as toxic relationship as you can get, type thing, or your first experiences of, or something that wasn't really real in that sense. So that's the chasing that feeling that wasn't really true. So there's something going on there. There's a transition that's happened, but it may still be being masked. So lovers, they can do that, but the thing I feel I'm trying to describe as well is whatever it is they're looking for, that even if they can't quite put it into words or they don't share it with others, there's a knowing that they're not going to find that needle in a haystack within the school of fish, let's say, that they move around in. So with that, this could be why they're pushing the boundaries or trying to mix up, or it's like trying to introduce something else that isn't the norm, to just mix it up. And then I can't describe what I keep seeing something like in water, and then a pot of ink falls into that water. It's an accident, but actually look at what it's creating now, or that. So then you're able to explore that. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like it's exploring higher consciousness. It's searching for something. Main female, maybe that's it. They're looking for, not like twin flame, but they are definitely looking for another them. Right, well, let's take a look if this person's in your energy because you are the other them. You could be the pot of ink that's going to fall into the pathway or something. So something about taking risks keeps coming up. Risk assessment could be a thing. Yeah, and again, like the observing, but not that. It's like, say, Queen Rising, for example, since that was the undertone of the energy. It's like seeing something, whatever environment it connects to, if it's making sense for you. But they can see, and within their own experiences from their self, say a young female or a female, whatever, going down a certain route or potential or whatever, and it's like they know if they carry on that way that it's going to potentially ruin them. But there's also that aspect of not being able to just railroad into someone's life and say, oh, you shouldn't do it that way. I know because blah, blah, blah. So then there's this having to let people learn for themselves, but then also a personal something of, yeah, that bit's easy to do, but if I were to intervene, which would be the challenge, the risk taking, the diplomatic handling of something, then potentially could change an outcome or divert them on track, on course. And then it's like, oh, I've done something good, I've given something back just in that way, which is coming from a place of experience. But then there could also be that little hidden, that person could also be what I'm looking for, could be hidden in there somewhere. So they're definitely searching, so an eye for detail. They're looking for something specific or someone, but they're not going to know it till they encounter it, feel it, obviously. All right, so we've got fishing for comments, privileged lady, tower in reverse. Something's been said. So something's been said that's very shocking or has now lifted the lid, shone a light on something. It's pricked someone's attention, or it's like, where would that type of statement, comment, something come from unless blah, 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 whatever it is or was or something. Or with it being in the reverse, it could be from the angle when I was saying that this person could be seeing a potential disaster or going completely off course, for example, but if they were to intervene or to do something, just a course redirection, that it would save a whole tower coming down. Or they could have spotted the person and thought, that's them, what a surprise, or something like that. Again, I'm just being shown the pot of ink being tipped into the water or knocked over, or a school of fish. Okay, so we've got the impersonator and coffin. Letting something go. Letting go of dead-end relationships or things that don't really matter, or letting something about not swapping sides, but this is it's like a revolving door. You go in, you got your little compartment, and then it pushes you into the lobby. It's something like that. It's a not an interfering with someone's life. It's like a course correction or guidance or something like that. So this person could be being guided by a higher presence, even though they're not feeling religious or spiritual or something like that. It's coming from them, but it's not, or it is, but they're not seeing it as a thing. All right, so letting go of what? Letting go of lies, letting go of not taking action, which would make sense, because where it feels that this person is really kind of thinking about, so they're calculated, could come up as calculating, manipulating, controlling, all of those things. But if you're doing that within yourself, your own environment, your own life, and you're very present, it's very purposefully done, then it doesn't matter. But if you're obviously using that to control an outcome that's restricting others and self for your own game, then I mean, now 1,000,000% is not the time to be trying to control outcomes of anything. Storylines are so messy at the moment that it doesn't matter what you're just there are higher forces, higher powers, there are all kinds of everything. It doesn't matter what you believe in or what you don't, but at the moment, this is a clearing out, a reshuffling, a shining the light on and removing from situations that are wasting people's time when we are trying to move forward, evolve, and make life a little bit more enjoyable, regardless of how crappy it may be being perceived to be. So if people, whoever they are, whoever you are, whoever we feel that we are, if you are actively manipulating, controlling the outcome of situations to be a particular outcome, you already know when you're seeing towers, when you're watching tarot, for example, that tower is talking to you or includes you, because that's who it's coming for at the minute. People that are trying to manipulate and control the outcome of situations when everyone needs to be stepped back and let's see where the wheel of fate actually lands. Simple as that. It doesn't matter what involvement of what, it's all neutral at the minute because it's already out of our hands. So with that being said, it does feel like this person has maybe stopped themselves on giving their guidance, their advice, or intervening or helping or whatever, because what's the point, or it doesn't change anything, or all things like that. So this is where it does feel that they're deep, that they've got emotions, but they do think about their actions. although, and this is probably where they do get misinterpreted a lot, even though they think about their actions, they do still have that spontaneous risk-taking, fuck it button, but they can reel it back in again. So there's something about no longer investing in things that are a waste of time, maybe shutting things down quicker or whatever, letting go of inaction. Being able to see through lies, knowing the truth, putting the end to lies. That sword could also be like a final nail in the coffin for something, a situation. So, Seven of Swords. Nothing to hide, something's been discovered. The other thing as well is if you've got somebody say that they party hard or whatever, and then they're going on a detox, they're just stepping away from it for a minute, or they are somebody, say like with the security side, their eyes are always trained to be spotting stuff and whatever, but there's never a switching off. So even if they were in a party scene and they are like on a detox for whatever, they're able to see sharper the behaviors of people and the conversations, the shit that people are chatting, and it's something like that. It's just a natural observing or something starting to stand out, and maybe they're hearing a conversation, or it's like that didn't make sense, or that's not, and so now they're looking into something or investigate. It's like they want to be sure that something is how they're intuiting it, because it's not matching what's being said. So I don't know where they're getting that, that bit of oh yeah, that's what I was just being shown, because that's it. They've seen something, heard it, and that's been the shock of how would that statement or action, or where's that bit come from? And again, that's making sense. If this is somebody that knows patterns or secrets it, or if they does it even matter if it's making sense? Because you're stuck. You can click out. This person must be here around you somewhere, because look at what we're getting. So they are maybe a key piece of a lot of entwined storyline situations, a big mess that's now out in the open. This is something that was unseen or hidden, but maybe now it's able to be identified because of that maturity, or because a situation has gone on so long it's matured, or the length of time something's gone on that now it's been able to create enough of a history to be able to no longer be hidden. It's gone on too long, it can't be hidden. If it was nothing, it would have gone away. It would have been forgotten about. So again, there's something about the school of fish. Probably look it up and it will be nothing. But it's like Bus Daddy is going about, they're in the middle of and the school of fish is the environment that's covering what they can see. Wherever they look, it's always this, it's always the same, it's everything. But what they're wanting to see is just get out the way a minute so they can see forward, and then that's like, well, what's that over there? Or it's something's being covered. Yeah, maybe something's being covered up that so that they couldn't see. Definitely getting a strong feel with like nightlife or events or club scene or party or something like that, like an events planner or something to do with that. Maybe doesn't have to be, could be just where they are finding out something, that environment. Or all right, high honor. So this person feels that they can be trusted, whereas maybe if you didn't know them, you would maybe, however you would know if you knew about their past, or same with all of us, but maybe they've got a reputation from their past, obviously, and that would make people think that they are dodgy, can't be trusted or whatever, whereas that was them, and now there's been that transition, or they see something. It's the maturity now that they're able to do something with that past, that knowledge. I don't know, something about how someone's being seen, that they are identifying with that exact thing that they're looking at. Yeah, so I feel I'm questioning, well, why are they, so they don't know them or whatever, what's the reason for them intervening or thinking so much or so interested to, it's like, no, just wanted to know that I was right within themselves, not that it's like, I knew I was right. Nothing like that, but I feel it's like there's a calling, they're being led, they're being guided, they're probably not able to explain what it is. There's a curiosity. So that would be the Page of Swords keep coming up. See, this is the things as well that do end up linking to be something huge. So we've got the Strength in reverse. Yeah, it's something about how someone's being perceived. And again, I'm just seeing that there. Maybe this person is being portrayed in the wrong way. That's literally just come. So we can't overlook that aspect, that could be a part of it. Maybe something's going on that this person is like, well, how am I being portrayed like that when they don't even know me? And then it's like a looking in. But with that looking in, they do need to then find out, well, if that's being done or that's being said or whatever it may be from whatever angle you're seeing it, it's like, where did that stem from, or how? It's something about that, like getting to the root of a problem. And with this person, originally it's showed as like a King of Swords and a King of Pentacles, which would show the the taking the time but not wasting time. It's something methodical like that. It's that's the investigating side, but that's what they like, because now it's giving them, it's like sparked an interest, whatever way it's come about, and that's kind of linking to what they're wanting, what they're looking for, what there's a need, whether it's known or unknown. And then it's the exploring, digging deeper, the taking risks, the using the skills that they've got. Yeah. Yeah, this person, whoever they are, they're it's not even about money for them, and that could be another misperception. But just because something's not about money for them, maybe the people that are drawn and attracted to them think, well, they don't care, it's not about money for them, so they'll be frivolous with it, or they'll be like, they put on parties, or it's like, it's almost like a misperception of, because they might throw it around, it's not that they're trying to like flash the cash, be all ego, it's just they've got it, they put on, host things, do whatever because they've got it, it's just, it's, they just do that type of thing. But it's maybe then people feeling that they can I don't know, use their womanly charms to get them to yeah, they're being, it's something's completely empty in a way. And I don't mean this if this is talking about someone you're in a relationship with. It's just that that does feel where this person is. It's like a real sense, it's like there's nothing wrong, but there's just something is missing. I feel that with that Ace of Pentacles, that because it's like they want to mix something up, or just that and that don't normally go together. Forget, I'm gonna put that down, that's the budget, what do you make with that, and that's the resources, what are you gonna do, type thing. It's like they're in a position to be a creator, but they want something that's more depth, not just shallow. It's like, yeah, anyone could buy a property type thing, but they want it to be, yeah, it feels like they, I mean, it feels like they're being spiritual, but it's like they are wanting depth. It really is. It's like, yeah, I can do that. Money makes money, or I can host an event, host a party, do that. I can do anything that I want. But maybe they're wanting to do something different that's going to make a difference, or like make a difference to someone else's life, or I don't know. All right. How comes you don't know? You're a psychic, aren't you? Remember to just, it's either, it's someone that's moving around the energy, basically. So 8 of Wands in reverse, whoever they are to you, whatever, if it's someone that your relationship already, family member or whatever, you might feel something's changed or shifted, or they could have gone a bit quiet or like whatever. Again, it's that feeling, no, nothing's wrong, it's just what. So they stop themselves trying to put into words what they're feeling, because it doesn't matter who they say it to, the person they're saying it to, in the nicest sense of the way, is just not going to be able to get it or be able to give them the answer, the solution. They know it's there, they know they're looking for something or feeling something out, and it's got to be done by them. So they may go into little bit hermit mode as that's happening, but that's where they're accessing their analysing stuff. So they're not communicating, or for others it could be that you're not in communication with this person, or for others you could have stopped speaking to them. Another aspect as well, the wasting time in reverse and communication with the lovers, that it showed they're not interested in like small talk, or they're wanting to talk behind the scenes rather than small talk in open that looks fake or whatever. So maybe that's in question, how to approach without looking sinister or setting something up, or it being like stranger danger type thing. Yeah, hermit in reverse, that's showing up so much. And yeah, there's a feel of looking deeper into something, what's underneath. There's a deeper meaning to something. Something's not so surface. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so my feel is that whoever this person is, whatever they're trying to decide, there's it's like they've spotted an opportunity, which again could be picked up as like, oh, they're an opportunist, and maybe there's something they're linked to, or whatever they're linked to, whatever their past or whoever's up around them or the industry they're in, it's not reflecting who they are now, today, moving forward. So there's something that's causing a bit of a complication, because again of how people do just judge people. There's something like that. It's being able to say, I'm not that, I'm different, but they can't voice that. The person needs to be able to identify that in themselves. So they want to be seen for something. They don't want to have to explain who they are, the depth of them and things like that. They're just looking for yeah, they get it or whatever. But they're still too far. I feel this person, whoever they are, is being watched, because someone's picking up around them that their demeanor's changed, or they're not quite them. They can't find out, well, are you not into ice cream anymore? Be like, yeah, I am, but flavours changed. And then this person starts bringing, I don't know, loads of different flavours that they've handmade themselves and stuff. It's like all the effort that's gone, that's really nice, but it's still not it. So it's like, how can you tell somebody that's trying that it's still not enough, still not good enough? Yeah, fucking harsh. It's like it comes back on them. It's like every day that they are still in a situation, there's something about a clock ticking, time wasting, and that's really either niggling at them or there's something going on there. It's, if this is a person that's able to drastically, they're strong-willed, strong-minded. Yeah. The worst thing is being bored. They don't mind same routine, but maybe it is coming to the point where they're looking and they want to reinvent, want to redo something, want to connect with the King of Wands element of themselves, but they are noticing that they're just going through the motions at the minute because it benefits more people, and for them to break free of the school of fish, let's say, then it forces others to have to rebuild, readjust, reassemble, or do whatever, and they just don't want to have to care about that. It's not about being selfish, but it's like, in a minute I'm going to have to break this cycle because it's eating into time for me exploring myself on another level. And that is exactly where we're all going and heading, and that is probably the reason as well where the reading began, with people controlling outcomes of situations, is a tower moment for those doing it, because to be using those elements to hold somebody in place because it's the benefit of others is exactly what's going on here in regards to a big shift up. It's not, oh, spell work's been done and it's coming. No, people are where they are because they want to be. They break the cycle because they've recognized the pattern, and then they've seen the exit, how to jump off the loop, how to break that, how to honor themselves and the value they place on life. Because to sit there wasting another day, another minute, when you know you're in a situation that's making you unhappy, making you stagnant, making you stifled, then you need to put a value on your life in whatever form it needs to be in order for you to fight for your rights of life. Not that you should be having to, but it's that fire burning in the belly that is the spark, the motivator. And then when you make action, take action towards, that's when everything speeds up, catapults forward. That's when the higher power assistance comes in. So whoever this person is, they may well be a real part of a restructuring on a spiritual higher level, whether they're aware of it or not. And they just need to do something, and then that activates assistance coming in. So this person would be classed as like a judgment being called on a situation. They may have done that, and now it's triggering round the tower, whether it's in reverse or upright, whatever this represents is what's the catalyst of it. It started it. Wow, loads. All right, so let's take a look and wrap it up. Wrap it up. What's that? Wrap it up. All right, so we've got hope. This hope card always makes me feel with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like an intention, a dream, a wish becoming manifest. It's like the button being pressed to activate the next level, the next stage. We've got fulfillment of wishes. Again, this feels this boss daddy that can be trusted, high honor. It feels that they're in a position that they want to bring that manifest for someone else. It's like, well, we've all got all of this, or you're all right, you've got that, or you're all right. It's like, let's do something different, or give someone a break, or something like that. It's like, no, well, you could just do that and not bother. Something like that. I feel they're finding every time they're wanting to move in a different direction, they're being distracted or moved elsewhere to hold them in position. An appearance of moving forward, moving around and whatever, but what they know is there's no expansion on a soul level. And then we've got patience. So patience, wasting time. There's something about time scale. It's like, oh, it doesn't open till 3 o'clock, for example. It's only 8:30 in the morning. They are holding themselves focused, on point, ready to, as soon as 3 o'clock comes, the doors open, they're walking straight through it. So they're determined. So they're able to manage their emotions, or they can wait. They're not impulsive. Yeah, that's confusing for some people. It's like, oh, you're either laid back or you're hectic. But it's like, well, no, I can bounce between the two because it's controlled. Emotional loss. Yeah. And wisdom. Something on a deeper level. People are going to feel the loss or the change. It feels like a poignant moment. Let's just see what the universe wants to tell them. We just take the one. Okay, so, well, there is a lot, so someone knows, or they are watching, or they're in the energy, without a doubt. It's too much being felt there. Oh, look, we've got hope and hope and hope. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Yeah, I reckon that is everything. I surrender to a power greater than me. Yeah, I feel that this person has been led to take an action outside of the norm, or something like that. They're going to do like a spontaneous action that's going to shake everything up, or be a catalyst for a big change, or something like that. It's just going to be an unpredictable action, movement, or like, I would never have guessed they would have done that, or something like that. Maybe someone is aware, someone's watching them, but they're keeping their thoughts, feelings to themselves. All right, so there you go. That is your little reading for today. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.